Hey guys, welcome to Paranormal Historians. I'm your host Oscar, and today we're going to be talking about the Green Ridge Forest. It actually borders Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia. Now, this place had two very interesting locations. We went to a cemetery and a boys' camp. Let's go ahead and check out the boys' camp. This place was definitely buried in the woods. It was something like 7 or 9 miles away from the main drag. The site is listed on Google as the Backbone Mountain Youth Center. Through research, we determined it could be called the Green Ridge Forestry Camp for Boys that opened in 1955. For a long time, this was the home of many at-risk teenagers. It goes without saying that this place was already creepy, but what made it worse was the Christmas decorations that we saw hanging up all over the place. There was even a Bible and a picture of Jesus on the fireplace. Although this youth camp had a peaceful place like this stream right here, I couldn't stop myself from thinking as I was walking around how lonely it must have been for the teens that stayed here, especially being so far away from home. It just felt like there was so much more to this place, like there was a story missing that I didn't know. Like why this building foundation was here. Did it burn down? What happened here? There were still remnants of what this used to be, like the books that you see in a storage shed. This place definitely still has a story to tell, and I look forward to coming back and talking to the spirits that may still actually live here. Our next location holds the story of an entire town that disappeared. You wouldn't even know passing by it today. Robbie Cemetery was the second location that we visited. It was home to past generations from the actual town of Green Ridge, which is where the name of the forest actually comes from. Ownership of the forest will actually change hands a couple times. During that era, the primary economies were timber and mining. Unfortunately, those businesses would eventually fail. Richard Caton and William Carroll, who owned the property at the time, would eventually sell it to the Mertens family of Cumberland, who would then turn around and make it an apple orchard. The orchard was 49,000 acres, almost 70 square miles. Unfortunately, investors lost interest. Many of the trees were not thinned properly, and as a result, the trees produced large number of apples that were too small and of low quality to be sold at reasonable prices at stores. It's hard to believe that there was an entire sprawling town here, complete with its own train station. Through research, I did discover that the cemetery is actually privately owned. It's very possible that the loved ones laid to rest at the cemetery are still remembered by their families today, and not lost to history like the town was.